Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a slightly different approach. Instead of, dense reports, we're actually focusing on just one piece of creative audio.
Right. It's excerpts from this fictional podcast, Brushstrokes of the City, the first episode, New York in Watercolor.
Exactly. And our sort of mission here is to explore the perspective it offers.
Yeah, how it uses this audio format to get us to see New York City, which we all think we know, right? Through this really, well, fresh and artistic lens.
It really grabbed me, this core idea. Imagining New York, all that energy.
Yeah, relentless.
But seeing it through the, slower, more thoughtful medium of watercolor. Finding stillness in all that noise.
And the source audio, it sets that up quite nicely, doesn't it? It starts with soft jazz. You hear faint city sounds way in the back.
Subtle, yeah.
And the host invites you, the listener, to picture New York not as just movement and speed, but as quiet color.
It's such a contrast to how we usually frame it, that whole city that never sleeps thing.
Right.
But this piece asks, what if even a city that never sleeps can dream? I found that quite powerful. It really reframes the whole idea.
And there's a deliberate contrast in the details they choose, too. It mentions the Empire State Building.
Iconic, yeah.
But it's placed in the distance. It's not the focus. Instead, the focus shifts to these, well, calm, quiet, almost empty streets. Glowing in soft sunlight, long shadows. Why do you think putting that huge landmark sort of off to the side matters so much?
That's a really good point. It makes you rethink what the real story is, doesn't it? Maybe it's not always the giant symbols. Maybe it's more in those everyday spaces, the quieter corners, and then how it describes the buildings, not just concrete giants, but wearing coats of green, orange, red.
Yeah, like they have personality.
Exactly. Giving them character beyond just structure.
And isn't that the watercolor lens right there? Noticing the subtle stuff, the textures, the colors we might just walk past otherwise? Watercolor, with its transparency, how colors bleed together. It just lends itself to that softer, more atmospheric feeling,
It really does. And the way it even treats graffiti is interesting.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, instead of describing it as harsh vandalism, it says the graffiti sings and kind of blends into the city's fabric.
Right. So it's not just a scar on the surface.
No, it becomes part of the texture, softened by this perspective. And the podcast host in the source material directly links this to watercolor, saying it slows time down, softens those hard city edges. It feels like the medium itself is nudging you towards a more tender view of a place we often see as pretty tough.
Absolutely. It shows how the way we choose to represent something, the artistic medium, deeply influences how we perceive it. Watercolor's fluidity invites that gentler look, makes you think about urban sketchers, maybe.
Oh, for sure. People out there deliberately finding those quiet moments amidst the chaos.
Exactly. And the source episode wraps this up with this really lovely idea. New York not just as activity, but as memory, as mood, as masterpiece.
That really elevates it, doesn't it? Beyond just function, into something personal, something artistic.
Yeah.
And then it turns it back to you, the listener, suggesting you try looking at your own world with that kind of fresh, artistic eye.
Which is a great takeaway, I think. The watercolor lens isn't just about painting. It's about shifting your focus.
How so?
Moving away from just the practical, the busy side of things towards the more subtle stuff, the mood, the light, the small aesthetic details. It's really an invitation to pay closer attention, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. So the key takeaway for us here is seeing how a different way of looking, this imagined watercolor view, can actually reveal something new, maybe softer, about a place we thought was all energy and speed, like New York.
Precisely. And it leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? How could applying that watercolor lens, that slower, more observant way of seeing, maybe reveal some unexpected beauty or meaning right where you are in your own everyday surroundings?
Finding the masterpiece in the mundane.
Yeah, something like that.